News from Jamaica now. It's a lingering debate. Should abortion be legalized? The controversial topic is once again at the fore. But with Jamaica's rich Christian ideology, there's obviously divide on the topic. Pro-choice activists argue that it's a woman's legal right to choose whether or not she will have an abortion. One such voice on the matter is Jamaica's Youth and Cultural Minister, Lisa Hanna. Ms. Hanna is advocating for the removal of the state's veto power that interferes with women's control over their bodies and makes it unlawful for them to do abortion. In Jamaica, abortion is illegal except in some cases of medical emergency. Under Section 72 of the Offences Against the Person Act, anyone found guilty of having or facilitating an abortion could be sentenced to life in prison. But Ms. Hanna believes the archaic law should be reviewed. Speaking on the Jamaica Gleaner's online current affairs program, On the Record, Ms. Hanna suggested that the longer it takes to make abortion legal, more poor, unfortunate women and girls will suffer. She said, quote, "The poor get mutilated and botched by clinics that are not satisfactory," end quote. The youth minister also bemoaned the fact that many females opt for underground markets and buy tablets that really harm them for the rest of their lives. She argues, quote, "It really should be the desertion of the woman in the same way that we give them access to in the 1970s to a number of different situations," end quote. According to Ms. Hanna, the anti-abortion laws are disempowering and intrusive. She's calling for frank and open dialogue on the matter. Those discussions, she insists, should be driven by data and not only emotions and biblical sanctions. One prominent religious leader argues that the church believes in the sanctity of life.
The general position of the church on the subject of abortion is we consider the sacredness of life, and therefore it should not be something that is, for want of a better word, commercialized. In other words, the sanctity of life must be protected. Most of our churches would accept that there are, under particular circumstances, abortion could be considered as an option, but should not be a kind of wholesale, willy-nilly kind of decision that people take.
General Secretary of the Jamaica Council of Churches, Reverend Gary Harriott, says the church understands cases where women opt for abortion in medical emergencies. Addressing the concern Youth Minister Lisa Hanna has about females being botched by abortion in unsafe facilities, Mr. Harriott says there are other underlying issues to be discussed.
I can understand that, and I know that is one of the concerns, that if you were to remove those legal barriers, then people would have options for better care and facilities where they can go to get it help. But that does not answer all the issues for us, because abortion is not just a physical issue. It is an emotional, psychological, spiritual issue as well. And the bigger, while the reality may be such that, youngsters are pursuing abortion because they don't want to carry a pregnancy, the bigger issue to address is what in the first place are young people to be so exposed.